Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing the sun won't rise again until 2 months later. No sunrise, no golden morning light, no familiar shadows stretching across the ground. Just darkness. This isn't a story out of science fiction. It's daily reality for the people of Tromsø, Norway, one of the northernmost cities in the world. Every winter, Tromsø experiences the polar night, a season when the sun never rises above the horizon. For nearly 60 days, darkness dominates the skies. But here's the fascinating part. You might expect despair, depression, a town frozen in sadness. Yet the people of Tromsø don't just endure the dark, they thrive in it. This is the story of how life continues without the sun. To understand the polar night, we have to zoom out way out. Picture the Earth, tilted at 23.5 degrees on its axis. This tilt is what gives us seasons. In summer, your hemisphere tilts toward the sun. In winter, it tilts away. Now, above the Arctic Circle, something unusual happens. During winter, the tilt is so extreme that the sun never even climbs above the horizon. That's why in Tromsø, sitting at 69 degrees north, residents go without sunlight from late November to mid-January. But here's the catch. The darkness isn't pitch black all day. Around noon, the horizon glows with a faint, deep blue twilight. Some days, streaks of pink and orange stretch across the sky, as if the sun is teasing just beneath the horizon. It's haunting, beautiful, otherworldly. Compare this to Svalbard, an island even further north. There, the polar night lasts nearly 4 months, November to February, without a single sunrise. So, the deeper you go into the Arctic Circle, the longer the night stretches. Scientists call this period the Kamos in Finnish, or simply the polar night. But to locals, it's not just a scientific event. It's a season of its own. And here's a question. If the sun doesn't rise, how do you know when to wake up, to work, to sleep? That's where human adaptation begins. In Tromsø, life doesn't stop for the polar night. Schools don't close. Businesses don't wait for the sun. Children wake in the dark, eat breakfast in the dark, and walk to school under glowing street lamps. Shops open, buses run, and fishermen head out into the Arctic seas. The clock, not the sun, rules the rhythm of daily life. Inside homes and cafes, warmth is everywhere. Candles flicker in windows. Fireplaces crackle. The golden glow of lamps creates pockets of comfort against the dark outside. Food, too, adapts. In older times, survival meant storing root vegetables, salted fish, dried meats. Reindeer provided both food and clothing. Today, supermarkets bring produce from around the world, but traditional Arctic food still plays a big role. Transportation continues, though the snow and darkness make it more challenging. Drivers rely heavily on reflective clothing, bright headlights, and even reflective paint on houses and road markers. And yet, for locals, it's ordinary. For them, the polar night is not a disaster. It's just winter. Life doesn't pause when the sun vanishes. It adapts. Now, here's what puzzles researchers. In most parts of the world, winter brings a rise in seasonal depression, what doctors call seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. Shorter days, less sunlight, more fatigue. So surely, in a place with no sun for 2 months, depression must skyrocket, right? Surprisingly, no. Studies show that in Tromsø, people maintain a remarkable level of mental health during the polar night. Many don't get depressed at all. How? The answer is partly mindset. Instead of seeing darkness as something to fight, they see it as something to embrace. There's even a cultural philosophy behind it, koselig. It's a Norwegian word that means coziness, warmth, togetherness. It's about lighting candles, drinking hot coffee with friends, wrapping in blankets, enjoying the simple comforts of winter. Locals also make a conscious effort to stay active. They ski, they jog under the moonlight, they gather at gyms and community events. One researcher interviewed Tromsø residents and found they described the polar night with words like peaceful, magical, and beautiful. It's a powerful reminder. Our perception of hardship often shapes our experience more than the hardship itself. While many of us hide from the dark, Tromsø celebrates it. Take the Tromsø International Film Festival, held every January. Movies projected on screens while the polar night surrounds the city. Or the Northern Lights tours that attract visitors from across the world. Tourists come not to escape the dark, but to witness its most dazzling gift, the aurora borealis painting the skies green, purple, and red. Then there are traditions rooted in the Sami people, the indigenous reindeer herders of the north. Winter storytelling, music, and festivals carry their culture through the darkest months. Christmas here is different, too. Streets glow with warm lights strung across snowy paths. Candles sit in almost every window, flickering against the endless night. In Tromsø, darkness isn't the end of life. It's the stage where life shines brightest. Humans aren't the only ones adapting. Nature here has its own tricks. Reindeer, for example, have eyes that physically change between summer and winter. In the dark season, their eyes turn deep blue, allowing them to capture more light. The Arctic fox grows a thick white coat that blends perfectly with the snow. Birds like the ptarmigan turn completely white as well. And in the fjords near Tromsø, humpback whales and orcas arrive to feed on huge schools of herring. Watching these giants surface under the northern lights is a scene found nowhere else on Earth. Even the sea glows. Bioluminescent plankton shimmer in the black waters, visible only because of the darkness. It's as if the polar night strips away the ordinary so you can see the extraordinary. Then, in late January, everything changes. After 2 long months, the sun finally climbs above the horizon. Just for a few minutes at first, but enough to bathe the city in golden light. Locals celebrate with Solfest, the sun festival. Children gather on hillsides to watch the first rays. Families share sweet buns baked for the occasion. People cheer, cry, and embrace. After months in the dark, that single ray of sunlight feels like a miracle. But in a strange way, the darkness is what makes that light so powerful. The polar night of Tromsø is more than a scientific oddity. It's proof of something profound about human beings. We adapt. We celebrate. We find beauty even when the world seems dark. Here, the sun may disappear for months at a time. But the people of Tromsø show us a truth worth remembering. Light doesn't only come from the sky. It can be found in community, in culture, and in the human spirit. Even in the longest night, life finds a way to shine.